Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So glad to have you here. I wanted to create a video to address some of what's going on during this time. And the one thing that I'm hearing a lot is the discomfort of having to be at home. A lot of us are, we like our routines. We're human beings. We don't want to change, especially not involuntarily. That usually doesn't work out very well for us. But we like, getting up and going somewhere and doing things and sending the children off to go somewhere or, just being in that routine. This circumstance has thrown everything off. And so I know it's not easy. So I want to come and give you a few tips about working from home during this time and a little bit of information, hopefully, so it will help get us through however long this is going to last so that you can remain as productive and focused and clear-minded as possible. So I'm just going to jump on in. There are a few tips that I want to give you. Okay. So the first one is to be patient and kind with yourself. We do not deal with involuntary change well, okay? It triggers grief within us, right? And, we complain about our jobs, about traffic, about, being busy and the schedules and everything like that. And then it's cut off and it throws us for a loop, okay? That isn't acceptable, normal, and most of you know I don't love that word, but it's an expected response to everything that's going on right now, okay? So be kind and patient with yourself right now if that does come up. If you find yourself on somewhat of an emotional roller coaster, some of you may be very happy, so if you're happy, be happy. Do that too, okay? But others, you may be feeling a little uncomfortable, you may be feeling a little discomfort, judging yourself, judging your level of productivity in the workplace, judging your worth, judging your values. Stop, okay? Give yourself some time to just find a new way or a new place to calibrate with where we are right now. Usually when we are kind of thrown a change that we were not expecting, what we will naturally do is resist it or turn away from it or fight it or try to fix it or try to analyze it. Like, it triggers all of our defense mechanisms and things of that nature. It takes a little bit of time for you to recognize what's going on physically and emotionally and mentally. Give yourself some time to process through those things. Feel the feels. Let yourself go one step at a time, one day at a time. You're going to find a new balance. And then we'll go back to work and you'll have to find a new balance there, okay? So that's the first thing and probably the most major part of this. Be patient and kind with yourself. Everything is in flux. Everyone is experiencing a level of change that we did not ask for. And so just be kind and patient with yourself. You're going to be okay, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing, to make the day a bit again, normal as possible, stick to your routine as much as you possibly can. If you got up at a certain time, keep getting up at that certain time. If you go to bed at a certain time, keep going to bed at that certain time. If your children, if you have children and they get up at a certain time, try to keep their schedules as consistent as possible as well. That's going to help combat some of the natural response that we have to change, okay? Because you want to keep things as consistent as possible. And because you're going to go back to that routine at some point, you don't have to want to retrain yourself to get back into it, okay? So create a schedule for yourself. If you take a shower at night, keep taking a shower at night. It's so easy when you work from home to think, oh great, I can just work in my pajamas. I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to put any effort into how I dress. No, okay? That is a wonderful way for you to open the door to some depression. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wash your behind, wash your hands, as we know, right? Brush your teeth, do your hair, put some effort in. Maybe don't put on a whole full face of makeup or anything like that, but put yourself together. Put on some actual clothing, not loungewear or athleisure. Put on actual clothing, okay? because it helps your body know, okay, this is normal. I'm doing something, I'm working, I'm productive. One thing that I realized that I had to do when I started working from home is that I have to have on actual shoes, like shoes. I can't have on socks or slippers or anything like that. In order for me to feel productive, I have to have on an actual pair of shoes. I don't know why. It just helps, okay? And so listen to yourself and listen to what are those things that you need in your daily routine. What do your children need in their daily routine to make sure that this is an easy as possible transition or kind of antidote to this changing period that we have going on right now, okay? So another thing, if you do have children, plan out their day as much as you possibly can. So reach out to their teachers, ask them what's a good like daily schedule for them, so that you guys can stay as consistent as possible, because at some point they're going to transition back into school as well. And again, you want to make that transition as easy as possible so that they're not relearning how to get up, how to get themselves dressed, things of that nature. Try to stay as consistent as possible. Okay, so that's the second thing. Daily goals, daily plans, daily routine, consistency. Okay. The third thing is to make sure you're moving. Okay. If you, because you're at home, you sit in your favorite chair and that's where you happen to work, you're going to find yourself feeling a little less motivated potentially, or a little lethargic, maybe even some symptoms of depression or anxiety may creep in. So you want to make sure that you're moving. You have to take care of your body and you have to listen to your body when you're working from home. So eat good food. Have breakfast, have a smoothie, have coffee. Don't live on the coffee, but have something. Drink water. Make sure that your children are eating nutritious foods. Keep them off the sugar or they are going to drive you insane, okay? Remember, starch metabolizes into sugar. Keep them off the starches. No potato chips and all those other kind of stuff. Keep things as natural as you possibly can. Quite frankly, that's the only thing that's left in the store. So, I mean, go buy some cucumbers, okay? Right? So make sure that you are taking care of your body. So you get up and you move. If you're feeling a little stir crazy inside of the house, go for a walk. Okay. Just go around the neighborhood. I know the weather isn't that great in some places as well, but if the rain happens to let up a little bit, go for a walk. Just a walk. Just being outside for a little bit helps. Okay. And then go back in the house. Wash your hands when you get in the house. Don't touch nothing outside, okay? But just go outside for a little bit. I walk my dog. She loves it. She doesn't know anything about the corona, so she does not care about my desire not to leave the house, okay? So make sure that you're moving. Make sure that you're taking breaks for yourself. Make sure that you are listening to your body. Make sure you get up and go to the restroom when your body says you need to go to the restroom. Just give yourself time to be present with yourself, because your body's going to tell you what you need during this time. When you're hungry, eat. When you're thirsty, drink something. Listen to yourself. Okay. That's a big part. So that's what number am I on? Third? That's the third thing. Listen to your body. Give your body what you need, what it needs. Movement, nutrition, water. Do the same for the children. Okay. And then the fourth thing is designate an area for yourself where it's like your working zone. I don't know exactly what your setup may be, but make it your working zone, okay? So usually working on the couch isn't the most productive place to be, so set up a chair and a desk or some crates. One of my friends, he set it up like on a box of Pampers on top of the dining room table with the computer up there, so it was at the height that he wanted it to be. Hilarious. So let yourself set up the environment for productivity that you need to set up for yourself. Okay. I think that helps tremendously, because once you get into your workspace, it's kind of like the same thing as going into the office. Like once you're there, and mentally your mind will begin to say, oh, okay, this is where we work. This is where we're productive. This is where we respond to emails and things of that nature. Now, same thing about being in the office. When it's time to go home, okay? Give yourself a cutoff time. Just because you're home and you don't have that break in between where, you usually go from work to traffic or You go from home to traffic, work, traffic, home. Just because you don't have that set up doesn't mean that you don't need to shut it off at some point, okay? So give yourself a timeline. I start working at this time and I stop working at this time. And you close the computer and you go about your life. You pay attention to your family, you eat dinner, whatever it may be, okay? Do those things. That is vitally important. I used to work, when I first started working from home, I find myself up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been working for 12 hours, delirious. My eyes were like all red and popping out my head. Unhealthy. Do not do that. That doesn't make you any more productive. It makes you a little insane, to be completely honest. That's I think I'm on number 5. I should just stop counting, seriously. Anyways, so make sure that you have a designated work area. That's going to help trigger your mind into going into a state of, okay, now we're working. Okay. The next thing you want to do is kind of align with what we said earlier, but you want to limit your television time and the amount of news that you're watching right now. Now, you want to stay informed, okay? You want to know what's going on in your community, in your neighborhood, schools, if you have children. You want to remain informed, but don't allow that to be the only thing that you're ingesting around the world. Because we have so little outside contact right now, then your body is going to soak up, your consciousness is going to soak up whatever it can. So turn on something, whether it be like ambient music to keep everyone nice and calm. You can find those on YouTube, or you can use an app. My favorite app is called Insight Timer. You can use that. Turn on something soothing, something that gets people in a mindset of calm, something that is peaceful, something that you can sing to that helps you stay focused and things of that nature. Turn off the news. Stop watching the news. Open up the CDC website once a day to know what's going on. Check social media once a day to know what's going on. Don't keep refreshing it every hour, because every hour the news outlet has some new catastrophe or bad news that they want to tell us, okay? Stop, okay? We are quarantined. We are quarantined until further notice. Let's just let it be that for now and keep yourself informed. If you have actual questions or you think you're actually experiencing symptoms, contact your doctor. Go to the actual experts. Stay away from the news, okay? Only feed yourself something healthy. So if you find yourself getting a little discouraged or you're not feeling well, go to something that encourages you. Go to something that nourishes you. Get creative about finding new things that encourage and nourish you. Find ways to cultivate that within your family. The thing that happens during this time when there's a lot of fear and worry going around is that it will manifest in our homes. And since we're stuck in our homes, then it's more likely to manifest at levels of intensity that may or may not be real. So you want to stay as vigilant about keeping yourself in a good mental space as possible, okay? So get active, talk to your partner, laugh, have fun, roll around on the floor with the children, go for a walk, do the things that are healthy for you, eat well, do the things that you said that you didn't have time to do. Well, look this, we all got all this time now, okay? So go do some of those things, okay? Think about the improvements. Think about what you do want to do after you get out of this this time. One of the things that I've noticed for me is that not much has changed for me since the quarantine. Like, I don't really leave the house anyways. I work, and then I like to be here. I'm somewhat of a hermit, and that kind of bothers me. I don't like that. I'm realizing I need to get out more. I need to move more. So when all of this is lifted and we're safe and things are more under control and we know what's going on, I'm making plans for, okay, how can I fulfill my life with things outside of home, whether it be adventure or travel. I mean, because if this were it and I had to be here forever and stuck in this house forever, there are things that I would regret not doing. So I'm not okay with that. So I'm going to plan for the things that I want to do and the trips that I want to take and the experiences that I want to have, because it's gonna come back up. The opportunity is going to present itself. So I'm gonna plan for those things so that I'm in the mindset to do them when the opportunity presents itself. Okay. I hope this helps. This is just a few things to get you through what's going on right now. Remember, we as human beings don't usually respond to change very well, especially unexpected and involuntary change. Okay, so give yourself some time, watch this video as many times as you need to. If there's some things that I left out that you find helpful for you, leave it in the comments below, because it could help someone else. We are in this together. We are unified in this isolation, weirdly so, across the world. This is a time for us to show up for not only each other, but to show up for ourselves. And so I hope that this helps. If there are other things that you're dealing with while you're at home during the quarantine, also leave that down below in the comments, and I'll make a video for that as well. I recognize that not everyone is in a position right now for therapy or anything like that. So I want to give you as many resources as I possibly can to help get us through this and to help us move forward from here. Okay? Thank you for your time. Above all else, I wish you freedom and peace and joy. I'm sending you healthy vibes. I'm sending you vibes of good, positive conversations. And that just you utilize this time to get to know yourself at a completely different level. Okay, because the universe is giving us a wonderful opportunity for something. We don't know exactly what it is, but we're in it. So okay. I hope this helps. Send this out to anyone who needs it as well. And like I've always said, if you need me, I'm available. You can email me, you can call me, you can text me. I'm here for you, or you can set up a session if that's something that you need. I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.